Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Addiction Solutions with Roselle. So glad that you could join me again for another show. As I tell you in the beginning of every show, I want you to tell your family and friends to go to YouTube, click on my channel, Addiction Solutions with Roselle, and subscribe. It's free. It doesn't cost anything, and it may be some information in there that your friends, family, co-workers, church members maybe can use. It's true, everybody's not an addict. We understand that. But there are people that have some issues that maybe this information can help. Okay, last week we talked about mental health. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave mental health where it is, meaning go to the web and look up some of the things that addiction, some of the problems that addiction can cause in respect to mental health. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to jails and institutions as we move toward the end of the phase chart. I have notes. I don't know if I'm going to really look at them. I don't know if I'm going to really need them this week because jails and institutions, that's where I'm at. It's a little easier to get that information across to you, and I don't need a lot of notes. Now, yours truly never was in jail long term. I was in jail for tickets and things like that, but never long term. So individuals that went to prison because of their addiction, either robbery, stick-ups, assault, murder, attempted murder, and when you get there and you finally get clean and you think about how did I get here, it's devastating. When I was a therapist, I worked in a treatment center that people that went to our major penitentiary in Michigan, Jackson Prison, when they got down to 1 year to go, they would send them to our facility. Now, all they had to do was complete the program. So what I'm telling you is you can get out of prison, go to a treatment center, which was inpatient, so you're still, somewhat incarcerated, but it's not the same as a prison. You got 3 square meals, you got snacks, some type of entertainment. I don't know, for some people, prison might have been better. You had some chores, but you had chores in prison too. And so, but anyway, the program, it didn't do well because, we're talking about some guys were hardened criminals and they resented the fact of a therapist telling them what to do, where they could go, what they could say. And a lot of them, if you left the program, then I had to call your probation or parole officer and let them know. And then they would, put a warrant out for your arrest. Yes, there were threats, but, I had to do my job. Institutions, well, the treatment center, you could consider it an institution. The same with mental health facilities. And over time, the insurance companies and powers that be started to lowering the time that you could be in a facility. When it started off, it was like, hey, the program I was in, you could stay 2 years. Then it went to 18 months. Then it went to a year. Then it went to 6 months. Then 90 days. Then 45 days. Then 30 days. And then it went down to just detox. Yeah, detox, and then let's do outpatient treatment because it was getting expensive. You had individuals, repeaters, that would go in and out of treatment so many times until the insurance companies couldn't keep up with it. And when you look at the individuals that I had as a therapist, they worked, their jobs paid them sick leave. Yes, they got a sick leave check every week for being in treatment. So here I am giving suggestions to their powers that be, their committee man, EAP rep, chief steward, labor relations. Yeah, Mr. White, what do you think we should do? Well, they need to complete this program. Then they need to go to a halfway house. And so they would holler and scream, I'm going to the halfway house. I'm not going. Okay. And so then their representatives would say, well, they need to get back to work. They got a lot of bills. Is there any way that we can, look, I gave my suggestion. You asked me how I felt about this. Being that therapist and having spent time with them, they need to stay away from where they live for at least another 90 days. They need to stay down here. They need to go to meetings, and they need to get some recovery under their belt. If they leave here now and go back to work, two things are going to happen. Number one, they could stay clean. Number two, they could go to work every day, work double shifts, 7 days, and build up enough money so that their next run, when you find them, you won't be able to identify them. Because when they leave here, they'll be weighing 225 pounds. When you find them after they smoke up their savings, they'll be weighing 125. And trust me, it happened many times where guys would get out of treatment and, maybe 30 day, 40 day, maybe 6 months. I'd come to work on my afternoon shift and I would look behind those potted plants and they'd be hiding. And they'd say, Roselle, I hate I saw you. I swear I hope you wouldn't have been here. I want to be in your group. Why? What can I tell you that I didn't tell you before? So we got the jails and institutions. So we're going to end this today for this week. And I want to stay on jails and institutions because the next and the end of the phase chart is recovery. Yeah, that's in here. So join me next week for Addiction Solutions with Roselle. Stay blessed, and I hope that you and yours have a great day. Thank you.